Hi guys. How are you this evening? How y'all doing? Thank you so much. Please let me know. I have made a couple people a facilitator. I guess I call it a moderator. If you are willing and able to do that for me, please let me know. And if I've already have you on there as such and you would not like to, you can let me know that too. I kind of thought I would choose some and then beg for forgiveness later. How y'all doing tonight? How are we? We well, I sure hope so. All right, guys, let's see where we go today. I did not even pick up with that message this morning, that unmarked trail with the revelation, and how I did mention that it was connected to a reading from the last week. But when I listened back to that reading today, I was like, oh my gosh, that has so many synchronicities. And in addition to that, we have been seeing the Queen of Wands like crazy. So I am wondering, is it just Venus and Aries, and that's what's happening there? We shall see. Now, we also have a really interesting conjunction with Neptune and the North Node that I could barely spit out today. And that will be happening at an auspicious time for general mountain timers. And that is at 11:11 tonight. Eastern Standard Time will be at 1:11. So, and I think I wrote something down. I wrote 1104 for Venus because she was at 1 degree 37, which is a 1 and a 10. So we'll see if those 11s keep coming back here. So let's see where we go today, guys. This will be a general reading, and I think I want to do an all signs at the end just to see where all the energy is flowing. Oh, good. I'm so glad you're doing great tonight. I feel like that Mars energy is not shifting, but it's lightening its load on us. So, okay, universe is going to make me a damn liar, I guess. But look, her dress is kind of like, this is like who, me? This is like someone that this is a divine feminine here. Speaking of Aries and Venus, on their shadow side, they can be quite cutting and sometimes, impulsive. So there's a 5 of Swords here. And for once, it's a feminine energy that has ripped the heart out of a masculine energy. So we can even break our own dang hearts, guys, by, not diving into our feminine energy and surrendering. We can be overly masculine and some aggression, but we do have that 20 judgment card of choices and their consequences. So, are y'all cutting something out here? 4 of Wands as far as a one-to-one committed partnership. Hey Judy, how are you? What in the Mount St. Helens, you guys? Let's find out what's going on here. Okay, well, there's our theme. Remember, we have Feast of Plenty, and that card has not only been coming up in my reading, and there's a bee on it. I had a bee in my notes this morning. I didn't even notice that. That Feast of Plenty card, that 20, has been coming out quite a bit. So these double swords of truth, maybe it was a pain for you and the other person, but it was a decision that had to be made. Okay, that could be. You guys are coming in as the cutting Queen of Swords. You taking this long-term vision here and seeing from a higher perspective. And speaking of seeing from a higher perspective, I hope you did get to check out Miss Peggy's art and Brandy's art that I started featuring today. I'll be doing that every Thursday. So if you guys want to send me any of your artwork, even if you're just on a walkabout and you see some gorgeous flowers, whatever it is, the animal synchronicities, I will post it every Thursday. We're going to have our date night at 6 o'clock, just like we have been doing. Can you believe this is our 5th one? And I was like, well, I guess we better make that a thing. So, Miss Peg, did you see that? Your giraffe there, and that was from a higher perspective. And this is the energy of you all, whoever is here tonight with us, and whenever you hear this message, because energy, as we know, is cyclical. So, woo, man, honing pigeons are coming back home. Maybe you sent them out with some messages, and you got some information that you needed. You're playing the long game here, and we have definitely used those choices and their consequences. Not only did we use two of those swords, but we have an extra sword from a Queen of Swords here, and then 5 additional ones. That feels like this was not an easy decision. And this was one of those things like it's gonna hurt me worse than it hurts you kind of thing. Ooh, okay, let's see what this situation is. 9 of Cups. This is for your own happiness. So see how she is looking at the long game as far as taking that telescope and looking right into her own wish fulfillment. Boy, am I glad to see that, though. I am glad to see that. Okay. And we have some white lilies here in the background and some beautiful red roses. And what are the big ass, like the magnolias, those big, huge budding flowers that kind of start falling over because they get so top heavy? Boy, are they pretty. Or dahlias? Am I thinking magnolias or dahlias? You guys tell me. The big fat flowers. If you can see that, I'm not sure if anybody else has this deck or not. But this is like a feast of plenty here. Taking charge, kicking asterisks and taking names. Let's keep going here. Wow. Okay. So victory after a long battle with something. This can even be, guys, someone who's just been a bee in our bonnet for a while. And you were like, you know what? I've been nice up to this point. I played Mr. or Mrs. Nice Guy, and I'm done with that. Hey, Jonna, thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining. Hey, Venus. Hi, guys. All the 4s. I know. They were in, well, my message this morning, 44 and 444. Oh my gosh. So those are definitely recycling. And then we've been seeing the Hanged Man. I had a double Hanged Man reading earlier in the week. So something coming 360. And this unmarked trail with the revelation of that green heart chakra is a 57. So I don't know if anybody is 57. For me, that was breaking down to the 12 of the Hanged Man. And then we had this Magician's Sword, confidence in our magic. That was definitely giving me Queen of Wands vibes. And then the Eye of the Needle, the intentionality. And it was a 17. And I don't think I even called that because we had 17 energy for today. Yeah, so that is the energy of the star. You're like, wish fulfillment. I'm going to get mine. And everything's like really pulling to the right of the board here. So 6 of Wands here. I love this because she is using the tools at her disposal. She is guiding rather than like bossing or instructing. She's just guiding the energy where she needs it to go, where it makes her feel best. And that is based on her intuition because we see 4, 5, 6 crows perched atop the flower that she's guiding this hummingbird along with. I've never noticed those guys before. There are six little ancestral crows there bringing messages and maybe even help guide you this way. And sugar water, hummingbirds love that. And it's like, okay, I had to say what I needed to say, even though I do know I get more bees with honey. So I know how to do that. But for whatever reason, like you drew a hard line here as the theme of our reading here, this hard line of, nope, I'm looking into the future. And I am going where I want to go, where I'm going to feel prosperous. And this is the opportunity when you're in that wish fulfillment, like I am grateful for what I have. Even if it's not a lot to some other people or some standards, if we feel rich within, if we feel good, if we're in a gratitude energy, we're gonna get to that victory no matter what it is, because we're in that higher vibration that we talked about this morning. And boy, were those a change of energy from last week. I don't know if you feel me on that, but it felt like a significant shift. Yeah, significant shift in the past. Yeah. This is my foul-mouthed Andrew Dice Clay card. You got to see Brandy's picture too. Wasn't that cool? I mean, just gorgeous. Anything you guys want to see me, want to send me, I will post on there, because you guys deserve a platform. You also stinking creative, and I want to give that a voice. And I think it brings people joy. So I was like, if this brings me joy, I know you had joy creating. I know other people will find joy in that as well. Yeah, that was really cool. Thank you, Peggy, for letting me do that. I know, the Five of Swords, Judy. That's what I said. I'm like, well, she has a pretty color. I dig that color. I dig it. In the recent past here, we laid down the law for something, or when this is the advice. Okay, I got you, Spirit. So in the past, we were talking about all that icky energy of this Mars retrograde that's felt so dang hard. That's this, okay? And instead of succumbing to fear, okay, and feeling that general anxiety of like, I feel something going on, we understood that it wasn't ours. We rose above it, and we are able to see the long game and know that it's just temporary. Okay, I'm going to focus on my wish fulfillment, my happiness. Okay, that's a very individual card, because I know that will lead me to victory. And right now, I definitely got to do every sweet thing I can that makes me feel good, because that's how I make it through this challenging energy. And boy, was it. And it was a little bit, again, like, oh, hold on one second here. I didn't notice. I have my Elmo. I used that for the first time last night doing that oracle card reading. So I just didn't see that it was in the way. But I think you did what you had to do. It's kind of like, I've been nice, and now my words aren't going to be so nice because somebody's not getting the hint. Okay. And you took the long game here, and you're focusing on yourself. Okay, got it. You're coming back into you. Those pigeons, those honing pigeons that are all returning there, are coming back home to roost, and we're focusing on self and our own vibration. What is the heart of the reading? Queen of Pentacles. 2 snaps and 3 snaps. And we've got some tulips here as part of her dress, that gorgeous green energy. And that is the 8 energy of today, because that's a Leo card, and it's all about the heart chakra and opening of our heart chakra. Somebody said the other night they've been seeing some bunnies. Well, here's some more for you right down here. So the heart of the reading is that by creating this 9 of Cups situation for yourself, you're able to fly above any more difficult energies here in the future. Those now for sure are magnolias, right? So pretty. I mean, this is just a gorgeous card. Very beautiful. And that's I've been seeing that a lot. Have you guys been seeing chartreuse pop up a lot again? It was kind of popular in the 70s, but now I feel like it has like this more classy quality. Not that it wasn't classy in the 70s, I mean, but it was paired with orange and brown quite a lot. I've been seeing it paired with like this turquoise color, and it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful color combination, as a little aside here. So being able to create this abundance for yourself with that tulips energy, brings in the cups, because that's like our undercover, slipping into somebody's DMs here, because tulips were a way to, on the down low, say, hey, I like you and I'd like it to be more, kind of way. But maybe you had to cut out some negative energy in order to get into this space. Like, if you're not going to help me and you're hindering my growth path, bye-bye. And I don't blame you one bit, because that weren't not nice. What I just say with the tulips, and this is the twins here, this is the Lovers energy, Gemini energy. So we did have Jupiter, the planet of luck, abundance, and prosperity, go direct once again. And yes, Two of Cups is a Cancerian card, because 2, 3s, and 4s are cardinal energies. But not only are they twins, they're each holding a fancy tulip. So I mentioned that for a reason. And when we raise our own personal vibration, this energy of equal measure to our own, okay, is what's coming here in the near future. And I really like the juxtaposition here of the Reds energy too, with that Devil card. This could have been communication, especially with the Five of Swords, because she is a mushroom shape here. These are very odd and whimsical. I love these cards, but she's sitting on her tuffet, and it's kind of like a spider here creating a web, and you're like, ain't gonna fall for it. Or if we did in the past, you're like, I've read this book before and it did not end well for me. So I guess I'm going to have to be a little more firm, and it's going to hurt a little bit this time, since you wouldn't listen to me nicely. Let me know if that's resonating for anyone. That's coming in here pretty strong. And I know I didn't have to do that for not that I wouldn't, I would. I would totally if I needed it. Hey, Ed. Hello, guys. Again, make sure I put at the top of the chat the beautiful artwork from Miss Peggy and Brandy. And any artwork that you would like to send my way, I will feature every Thursday night for us, just so we can all share in the joy. Hey, Miss Nova. Thanks so much for coming in. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you all being here. I know she's so talented, Peg. I'm going to have to think of what I want you to, what I want you to make me. We all need to start putting our orders in. I know. I love chartreuse also. It seems so fancy. I even bought a chartreuse dress from the UK. It's gorgeous. It's a little bit baggy, and when you're 5'2", baggy and curvy, baggy usually doesn't work out too well. It's okay. It was much prettier on the model. I'll still figure out how to wear it because it's chartreuse and it's beautiful. So let's see, what was this block here? Okay, someone who is not being diplomatic. Now, this is the feminine King of Cups. In this deck, there are additional kings. So there are 4 additional feminine kings, as well as the 4 masculine kings. This King of Cups is even through rocky waters. She is parting the waves, so to speak, so that ships can pass through that icky energy that we were talking about. But in a block, it's really hard to do that, especially if it's something to fear, and especially if we had to issue some kind of words we just did not want to have to deal with. Gosh. So yeah, this feels like it wasn't any fun, but you were seeing the long game here. So this might be coming up for you if it hasn't happened yet, or you might be like, yeah, Ange, already did that. That was a couple weeks ago. Great. Okay. Again, we are all at different spaces on our timeline. So the King of Cups in a block is not diplomacy. It's the opposite of diplomacy. It's opposition. It's fighting. And it feels like you either had to or you're gonna be putting someone in their place with your words. And then you're like, well, I thought I was being nice. See how she's got one eye covered here with this flower? Like, who, me? Maybe you didn't think you were being as harsh, but it feels like you really needed to be, because whatever this was, the other energy was not getting the hint. Or maybe this was a repeated behavior and you kind of snapped in this energy. It is Mars retrograde. It's all about self advocacy when it's in Cancer. There was a ship parting, and it's like, nope, you do not get to pass go here. We were standing our ground. Her hair is also an octopus, which for me is always the energy of like water being able to take the form of whatever container it is in. And in reverse, that is like, I'm not going with that flow. And if this was someone in your environment, not acting in a loving way, and they were this devil energy, everybody has a devil, maybe in the way they communicated. You were like, do I really want to put up with this for the long haul? Okay. The other day I did draw a hot air balloon with a 4-leaf clover on it. So this is definitely bringing you luck here by taking the high road and by having some foresight. Yeah, those tulips are so beautiful. Do you know how many times I've used this deck? And I believe this is the very first time it's come out online. Very first time. Wow. Okay, let's keep it moving. What does Spirit want you to know? You are the leader. Because you've done this, there is an emperor in the midst. Okay, so this is either you taking leadership over your own dang wish fulfillment and your independence, but there are also two emperors in this deck. There's a feminine emperor and a masculine emperor. So with this near future, woo, ear squeezy. I think some of y'all got love coming and you didn't even notice about it. Now the cat's out of the bag. Well, if you didn't know, now you know, because there are two emperors, and the feminine emperor in this deck is all about sovereignty and using your leadership skills. This is a person coming into the energy. Okay. With that King of Cups in the past being in reverse, non-diplomacy. This can even be, can be a reward for you raising your vibration and then attracting in what is an equal and balanced energy for you. I'll definitely want to clarify that, so don't let me forget. Okay. If this is an existing relationship that kind of has been on the rocks, so to speak, on those Rockies, then Six of Swords moving into calmer waters because you change your half of the dynamic. Okay. So whenever we do that, guys, when we're doing our healing work, when we're raising our vibration and we're alchemizing with the same people, they have no choice. Their energy is mixing in our fishbowl, right? So just by you doing that, it raises the alchemy of that union. Okay. And by standing your ground and going, you know what? It's going to take a hot minute to clean up this mess, whatever this was. But by doing so, not only you benefit, the energy moves out away from your body and into anyone that's in your surrounding energy that you're alchemizing with. Now, with this anchor, okay, and the outcome energy, it's kind of like there's a dark cloud, but look, there's a star. So that star energy is anchoring down. And I feel like because she's in the middle here, this is again about having the strength to stay balanced and work on our own inside balance so that the outside balance comes. And maybe you feel like, well, that's going to put me alone on an island. but it's in calmer waters. So your vibration naturally raises just from even that, from getting away from those rocky shores, whether that's a person or a situation. Definitely confidence in your magic here. What is my problem? I'm just throwing things all over the place here at you. Magician's sword with that 37. Confidence in your magic can be turning the wheel of fate here for you and going on this unmarked trail where this revelation that could be, this is a new partnership coming in. And we don't see the Empress here yet, but the Queen of Pentacles, Mylanta, she's the senior of the group of the queens, with the freshman being the page, the sophomores being the cups, or excuse me, the wands, and then the juniors being the cups, and then the seniors being the pentacles. Okay. She is the most mature of all the queens. She's had the most life experience. She also has enough wealth and abundance that she shares with others. And that doesn't mean just money, guys. It's your energy. And then we're attracting all this luck because, like I said this morning, you guys are definitely taking the advice, because this shift in energy isn't happening by it's not happening by itself. You're rowing that boat that wasn't going to paddle itself, and I see you're doing that because this is a genuine shift in the energy here. Let's see what's going on at the bottom of the deck in the environment with this Four of Wands here. So celebration energy. Okay, and that could be some kind of reunion or just a pause in the moment to enjoy the energy. Following it, though, there's our 44, you guys. Wow. Four of Cups. And someone's throwing shade on this party. You're like, I'm ready to get this party started, and the energy around me feels good. And now you're coming to crap in my Wheaties, really? Oh my gosh. I want to check in with you guys. Aw, thank you, Becky. You're going to make me something. I love bees. I do love me some bees. Probably a Boston Terrier. If you could, if I sent you a picture of Lola, oh my gosh, not only would you die from cuteness overload, but that would be my ultimate, that'd be my ultimate wish. Yeah, that would be amazing. Okay, guys. Let's see. Four of Wands, Four of Cups, Page of Wands. There is that examining glass, looking at something a little deeper here. And didn't Toucan Sam come in with the Fruit Loops like a week ago? And there's more mushrooms here. So we've got a sophomore page wanting to explore, but instead of like throwing caution to the wind, this page is a little more mature here. And you're like, hang on just a second. I've got to make sure I'm examining this here. This could also be in your environmental energy if this is not your own opposing energy, whatever you are most of, whether that's masculine or feminine, yin or yang, your opposing energy is going to be over here on this side. In case there's anybody new that comes in and checks out this video, whenever you check it out. Now, if this is a person for you, who I'm reading for you guys here, they are examining why in an equal partnership they're such a mopey Mabel or a mopey Med here. And they're going, you know what, you are right. There's so much more to be thankful for. And also, again, just by you getting in this higher vibration, you are teaching others how that is possible. If anybody said to you, there's something different about you, there, it seems to be like I can't put my finger on it, but there's something different about you. They're seeing that it's being noticed. There's that Ace of Cups that was from this morning, opening up this transformation, letting loose. So maybe this person is examining, like, yeah, why am I being so mopey when what I have here is equal, balanced, and loving? Like maybe you just intimidated their energy before, but standing up to that and putting whatever this is in its place, you're like, no diplomacy here, unfairness, not on my watch. Um, I'm not going to accept that energy in my sphere because I know how hard it was to bring my own energy back up, even without anyone around. We realize how difficult that can be. And the minute you understand and feel the difference in your body of a high vibration versus when we're in a lower vibration, um, you know immediately whenever it happens again. You feel it coming, you feel that other person's energy, and you're like, nope. Oh, Becca, you've got a jag. Oh my gosh, us short girls will fit in. Well, thanks. Oh my goodness. Okay, Ace of Cups, Three of Cups, reunion energy here. The band's back together. They're trying to come back into the same loop here. They're trying to get on your unmarked trail. Again, this is something like, what are you doing? How are you doing that? What are you eating? I'll have what she's having. The Meg Ryan scene and When Harry Met Sally. Like, I'll have what she's having. And the near future of this opposing energy, this is balance with someone that you already know. Okay. And that's a family here. It can be someone from your family that you haven't talked to in a while. And this energy is evening out because they notice a difference in you. It can't be helped. Like they can't help themselves here. And that green energy of that unmarked trail, and she's laying on this green grass as the Four of Cups is here. So they could be looking back at their situation or their own behavior with you and understanding that all along you had the best interest at heart. Because being apart, if this was some kind of separation and then reunion, this is her separating that boulder so that ships can pass, but in reverse, that was opposition, you shall not pass. It feels different now, and they want to have what you're having. Eight of Wands, fast, passionate communication. That is an uplift in energy. On most Eight of Wands and most of the decks, you see the wands hurtling towards the sea or emotions, right? Love, passion. This is an uplift. This is lifting up this person, because if this is someone else's energy over here in reverse, that would be their block, is their tendency to pull down positive balance and energy in this one-to-one partnership, whatever this is and whoever this is. And it's like you were like, snap out of it. Not on my watch. We ain't doing this. What Spirit wants this person to know is that they have a chance here to right the ship and not be such a boulder and such a block. Okay, that they also can raise their vibration. And if they don't do this self-examination, you ain't playing. You ain't playing. And this could be the foreshadowing here of what this, ripping their heart out. And you're like, well, I didn't have to use harsh words, but I had to follow through on my boundary. And they didn't get it the first time, and now I'm pissed. And this is like, okay, I was nice until I had not until I couldn't be, because that was like a no choice thing. So the outcome energy of this person from the past, they can either leap correctly and go about their way and follow this yellow solar plexus chakra energy there of the flower that's hanging from the crocodile's tail, or they can leap and get swallowed up by this crocodile, and that could be the crocodile of your words, and they're singing these crocodile tears. There was something about a crocodile a couple weeks ago. It would be in green writing. I'm pretty sure, if anybody remembers that. I got too much going on in here to remember all the things. I remember most of the things kind of in a freakish way, but I know there was something about crocodile. Oh, it was the song lyrics. Crocodile tears or crocodile. Hold on. I feel like it's relevant. Hody do. It was one of those 3 songs. Yeah, it was Monday, the path of tradition, the Hierophant Day, the green, a wishing well of crocodile cheers. Sing. That was the Terence Trent D'Arby. Take me to the wishing well. When we talked about all of our words being the pentacles that we're putting in our wishing well, you did it. You raise your vibration. And if they're not going to play ball the same way, you're like, you ain't ruining my energy. I now feel what it feels like to when it's lower versus when it's high. And once you know that feeling, guys, you know it all the time. And it doesn't matter what's going on. You know it, and then you trust it because you genuinely feel the difference. You're trying to get it to move into calmer waters, but it's like kind of like the Charlie Brown pig pen energy of someone walking in and kind of poo-pooing what you're doing. It's a struggle. You're like, that can be an anchor as well. And you're like, you know what? I'm not staying here on an island in a relationship all by myself. If you're going to be this pig pen of energy and you're not going to step up, you shall not pass. If you don't raise your vibration with me, I'm not doing it for you. That's your responsibility. And they could be walking away here with a broken heart because I feel like they F around and find out you were not joking. If that is the boundary you set, and look at that, 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords, then they heal after that. We've been talking about that until you actually do say no and walk away from someone who's being an asshat, they will not change. It won't happen. That has to elicit change. That time apart has to elicit change. They have to feel the broken heart. They have to feel that. Otherwise, no change. Do not pass go, and we return back to this devil energy. Andrew Dice Clay. Did you guys get my joke about that? Do you know what? Are you old enough to know what I'm talking about? The Little Miss Muffet performance. I'm sure it's Googleable. Some people don't think it's funny, but the Little Miss Muffet part is. Hey, Michelle K, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. Jennifer, did I say hi to you? If I did, please forgive me. And if I didn't, same. I do try to keep up. I really do. But there's Miss Loris. Hey, thanks for coming in. Thanks, you guys. Okay, let's dig in a little bit deeper here. 3 to a 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords showed up this morning in that pre-shuffle. And what I have never noticed about that card is in the Houston deck, there is a picture of the divine feminine and divine masculine energy, kind of in a yin and yang way, hiding in the trees. So it's all about balance. You did not get to meet Andrew Dice Clay. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. He was nice to you, but rude to everyone else. You need to let us in on these interesting life experiences. Everybody vote for Peggy to have a channel. We need to hear about this. So by you doing that, guys, by you putting the kibosh, and look at that. That's why this Five of Swords came out here. They cannot, it's 3, 4, 5. That is the theme of our reading. You might need to use some harsh words, but in the long game, if you don't do that, nothing changes because nothing has been changing. Okay. See, and if not, and they go and they don't change, well, the universe wants you to know, spirit wants you to know you got an emperor coming along here because you've done all this hard work and it's a balanced energy here in the near future. Okay. Two of Wands at the bottom, that's going to force a decision there on their end. Okay. They can stay the same all they want to, but if they don't want to shoot for the moon, let them stay home, but you got to go. Okay. Or they got to go, whatever way that is. Let's add on to this Six of Swords here. Three of Pentacles, putting the work in. There's that one brick at a time, brick by brick, rebuilding. There's Tower energy. We've been seeing a lot of that. So making our way to calmer waters, brick by brick, means no stage 5 clingers. We cannot hang on to energy that has been like this big mountain without letting our ship pass, right? If they are refusing to fit into the energy of water and just go with the flow, ugh, that's just too much work. Yeah, you're going to have to Google them. Yes, we've already got a vote for Peggy's Adventures. That maybe should be what we call it. Look at me, we causing all kinds of trouble over here. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, it's like even two with that Three of Cups energy. It can be someone still trying to fit in, kind of squeeze their way into your energy because it's so freaking nice. Wouldn't you want to be there too? I mean, I get it, but if they're going to bring their pity poo-pah party, no, stop throwing shade on my joy, man. Because if you keep doing that ish, it ain't happening. Spirit saying this is their choice to leap or not. They gotta put up or shut up. And they know, like, I feel like in the near future here, they see that you are not kidding. So just be prepared. If this has been a cycle with someone, guys, and you know what I'm talking about here in this energy, whether it is work, family, or whatever, they're going to be real surprised when they FAFO, when they F around and find out you ain't having it. It's forcing them to have to look at themselves and heal because you ain't got time for it. Okay? You ain't got time for it. You're full of love and abundance here, and you got good things coming in. So, all right. I'm curious here. Ooh, Six of Swords moving to calmer waters. There's a full moon with the Hierophant. There's Kaylee was here. Haven't seen her yet. There's her owl. I know some of you guys like owls too. I love owls also. And that owl is sharing his wisdom here with this younger girl. So again, it could very well be family that you've drawn a boundary with here. Of if you're not matching my energy here in the future, I understand now more than ever how hard it is to get to calmer waters when I'm dealing with a boulder of energy that just will not bend. It's got to go. We can't hang on to energy like that because no change equals no change. Okay. And we've learned that lesson. Maybe you're teaching that to this person. This Three of Pentacles, rebuilding one brick at a time. What you're trying to rebuild is you're like, okay, here's the deal. If we're going to restart this, okay, Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, their Ace of Cups in the past about this one-to-one union. Okay. And then you have Two of Cups here in the near future. They're presenting as Two of Cups, as if you know who I'm talking about here. But then as you say, okay, here's what we're going to do to build this brick by brick, and you're willing to start over here if they're willing to jump in the right way, using and only using joy and being guided by joy. Two of Swords, there's the lovebirds up top arguing, going, no, you go in first. 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 And this person here, so nobody goes in, right? If they're arguing with you about the foundation, when your energy is coming up as the Hierophant of, I know how to move this to calmer waters now because I've done it for myself. Here's how we can do this. Here are my boundaries. Here's the stipulation. And they want to have willful blindness about what those parameters are. That's what they're going to get. This is them effing around and finding out and acting stupid. Like they didn't get it. They didn't understand what you said, or just saying, nodding their head, saying, yeah, I'll do anything. Why the Tower? You're blowing up that old thing and not holding on any more to what's not working with that boulder, because you're like, I want peace. This is 10 of Cups. These are all the people that you love and care about, that love and care about you. There's a rainbow of energy above them. And you're like, I want to swim in the 10 of Cups. I just want to be in joy, because especially when we don't have, sometimes what we think is enough, or we get stressed financially, if we've got the love, it doesn't matter, because that brings the pentacles, that higher vibration. And clearly it does. This is what the whole reading is about. Your higher frequency. You're getting your wish fulfillment, and more than you bargained for, like we said this morning. Wow. Okay. They don't think you're serious, guys. Just so you know, they don't believe you yet. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You had to let many go to reach. Yeah, I know, Judy, right? Like, it's like, and Ed saying too, you've got family members sucking lemon face. Oh my gosh. They could stop the fun from a party 200 miles away. Yeah. Like the pig pen of just, that's what it is. That is someone's energetic frequency that emits off of them. That's their fishbowl. And they bring that dirty fishbowl to the party, that taints the water for everyone at that party. Right? It's just physics. It's really that simple. And it feels like you guys are distinctively showing me here that you understand and feel the difference. And I feel like that's what's giving you the confidence here to lay down the law. Because if you're like, I'm surrounding myself with people I love and people that love me, and I'm not holding on, I'm not clinging on to a boulder who will not move. Okay. They will not move. Well, since we got a little nosy down here in the outcome, let's see what we get here. So 8 of Wands in their block, not raising their vibration. Ace of Cups could, again, like I said, can be a renewal, which it's book ending here. The 6 of Cups, that's what it feels like. They're trying to get back in your circle, whoever this is, but they bring in the shade, saying, oh, I've looked at that. I'd like a new start. I'm really willing to examine this a little bit deeper, but they're going to FAFO. Okay, so 2 wands on this 3 swords. Okay, it's their choice. They're the one. They're going to get. They had a chance not to get the smackdown from you. They had a chance. Okay, King of Swords. We pulled the Queen of Swords already at the very beginning in the first card here, and in the environmental energy, again, that feels like an energetic match, or with the Four of Swords, forcing them to heal, or because they didn't choose the right choice of the right action here to match your energy, and you had to heal. Here comes a King of Swords, and look how that eye, you guys, look how that eye is kind of covered here. This is an expert samurai. Okay. I don't think you're going to have in a healed higher vibration, you don't have any problem being like, nope, you need to heal your energy before I'm not letting pig pens in anymore. King of Pentacles. And if we cut out that energy, it feels like that it's, they were sharp with their words here, or very, very stubborn in their energy, also harsh with their words. They got something different coming. I don't think that you've quite laid down the law quite like this before. I don't think you have. I'm giggling because like somebody's about to get taught here right quick. Feminine King of Pentacles energy. This is all about wealth. This card is about inner abundance, family, head of household, bossing up. And we've got an energetic match here with the feminine King of Pentacles, Queen and King. Maybe they soften up. Maybe they do. Wow. Okay. Mm, mm, mm. Let me know if we want any of those questions clarified, or else I'm going to go through here and get our advice for our all signs. Let me get our advice from this reading here. I love that all you guys are here. Thank you so much. They've all purged themselves, really, Michelle? Man, I bet your fishbowl is sparkly. Judy says nobody likes a smackdown from me. Oh boy. Nobody's pig penning in your house. This says a tidy house. My gosh. No, you go in. No, you go in. No, you go in. No, you go. They're acting like they don't know. They're acting blind. Like, oh, I didn't realize you meant brick by brick as in something really easy. I mean, Three of Pentacles, come on. And if this is a long-term thing, we should not be messing around with an energy that is still only at a level of Three of Pentacles. That is just two people saying, hey, I got this idea, you got that idea. What help do we need to get this moving here? That is like the beginning of a relationship. Okay. And they're acting like they can't even do that. Oh, they getting the smackdown. All right. The bottom of the deck, the Watchers. Man, that's been coming up. Transpersonal. This is quite the transformation. And we got a 60 here. I woke up this morning 6:15, which is a 66, and I wrote down getting our kicks. Route 66 and all. Let's see what this tidy house is all about. I haven't gotten this one yet. It looks like a tree house. It looks like super fun times. I would love a tree house. Okay. Boy, oh boy, man. Whew, you guys ain't messing around. That's quite the energetic shift. Okay, this is a thorough inventory, an auspicious symbol. If your emotional world feels messy and unruly and you can't seem to get clear, it's time to see how your environment is affecting you. You're doing it. You're looking at the long-term goal. Although your inner world has a huge impact on what shows up in your outer world, the reverse is also true. You can be influenced by the people who populate your daily life. Cannot make this crap up, you guys. Oh my gosh. And the energy of the objects that surround us. Basically, everything in our surroundings. Now's the time for an inventory and full clearing of your environment. So if you got a chartreuse couch from the 70s, let's get rid of it and get a classy chartreuse of the now times. Let's get that old one and Marie Kondo that crap and bring in something that brings us joy. Okay, ask for clarity from your relationships and do not make assumptions at this time. Clear and unambiguous communication is key. That's pretty clear. Again, you ain't messing around. You may choose to let go of some people from your life when this shows up. This is a good thing. Otherwise, you might stay in these relationships too long out of a sense of obligation and social courtesy, when in truth, there is nothing holding you together. Be impeccable with your word. Say what you mean and be willing to make whatever changes are necessary to clean up your side of the street or fishbowl. Wow. If you know that you are doing the right thing, it doesn't matter who has an opinion. It don't matter. They're going to fofa or fafo you here, and they're going to get the surprise of their life, I think. That said, right now, once you are sure your proverbial house is a tidy one, there's a release of energy to begin new things, to enjoy life, and to know with certainty that you are on the right path. This is all about your wish fulfillment and going for it, guys. And our opportunity, it feels like even they had an opportunity here with sweet words from you, and that wasn't working. So now they get the comeuppance. And I feel like it's absolutely deserved here. Transpersonal. That's going to force them on this journey, guys. Again, you have to stand your ground. Don't back down. Tom Petty says so. Oh my God. You may go now. They do say that. Like, and look at them and it's like, you can go. I was watching The Empress. Was like, where is the second season? And or is it third season? And there isn't any talk about a make of one. I'm like, you can't leave us hanging. Like, I need to know what happened. I guess historically I could figure that out, but I mean, I know in general, I don't want to ruin the story. I don't want to ruin the story. I want to get here real quick for you guys, just some clarity on that Emperor energy, since it came through as a masculine. And it is not the immovable boulder energy. It doesn't feel the same. Okay, so let's look at in this book. Okay, the Emperor. This is the masculine Emperor. This card shows the commanding figure of the Emperor looking confidently out over his vast domain. The Emperor's crown is a huge castle that represents his intelligence, which has earned him legitimate power. The official uniform with the golden metal chains portrays the Emperor as a major authority with a strong will. The Emperor is a stern, disciplined leader, yet he is not without compassion, as symbolized by the flowers on his chest. The branches above his mouth signify that when he speaks, he does so with expertise and broad experience. Wow. So, yeah. The opposite of this is disorder. So, that King of Cups, that feminine King of Cups, not diplomacy, it's disorder, right? And by you battening down the hatches here, I think they're going to be very surprised that you are actually sticking to your guns to protect your energy moving forward. No more raining on my party. And it's a garden party, so you can see yourself. You may go now. You may go now. My gosh, that is incredible, you guys. That's nuts. Okay, we're going to keep this guy over here because I definitely want to take a picture of that energy. Put a heart in the comment box if you'd like me to pull a card of advice for you all separately. I think we're going to do that. And then let me move through the signs